Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series. Born into this business, The Rock would become WWE's first ever third-generation superstar, following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. Who had competed in WWE rings before him.
Dwayne had a huge responsibility. There's a legacy, and you have to take it so seriously.
Even with incredibly high expectations, the Great One surpassed them all, along with the usual achievements if your name is The Rock. 2 Intercontinental Championships,
I had to do my family
5 Tag Team Championships, 8
Dynasty.
WWE
My family.
Heavyweight
I had to.
a Royal Rumble victory, not even to forget the fact that The Rock once led an entire nation. The Rock has one of the more noteworthy feats in WWE history, earning WrestleMania victories over Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Each of these men are known as the faces of their respective era. Each of these men found out what happens when you go one-on-one. Oh, you know the rest. Of course, The Rock rivaled Stone Cold Steve Austin's popularity during the vaunted Attitude Era, tearing opponents down with rock bottoms and people's elbows, while tearing them apart on the mic with cutting one-liners and catchphrases that are still recited to this day.
If you smell, know your role and shut your mouth.
He ended CM Punk's 434-day title reign as WWE Champion at the 2013 Royal Rumble as well, after having only competed twice over the previous 9 years, displaying the always-ready mentality and physical conditioning on which he has built his global brand. But you don't need me to rattle off The Rock's resume to you, now do you? Of course not. The man is an occasion unto himself. He has headlined the biggest events against WWE's most iconic superstars and has always found a way to, how does he put it? Layeth the smackdown on some jabroni's candy ass. I couldn't have said it better myself, although I think I may have just done that. But indeed, he has. On a Thursday night in February of 1997, The Rock, still known as Rocky Maivia, would find himself challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Only a few months into his tenure, he would be matched up against a face that would ultimately become one of his most familiar and hated rivals, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Seemingly overmatched by a more seasoned opponent, a youthful Rock would demonstrate all the traits that have come to define him in the years since: tenacity, high IQ, and that legendary Samoan strength to ultimately surprise Helmsley and kick off the first championship reign for Rocky Maivia. It would be the first step of a journey that has ultimately led The Rock into the pantheon of WWE's elite. So now it's all in your hands. It's up to you to showcase the undying drive that makes The Rock the hardest worker in the room to deliver a shocking upset against the Greenwich snob himself. Guide The Rock to victory over Triple H at a very special Thursday Raw Thursday to give the first jolts to what would become the most electrifying career in sports entertainment.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight.
You win this title, you are a top.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley will do. Vintage move here. The Cobra Clutch. Expertly so much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big attacks until Helmsley collapses under the onslaught.
Soaring!
Oh, you got to be kidding me! Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
Whoa. And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia, Chief Maivia.
Oh boy, they don't come any tougher than Peter Maivia.
Punch! Smothering offense now from Rocky.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now.
What a double axe handle.
Maivia way up high. Oh, counters right back on Hunter. Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak frustration.
Can't quite put Rocky Maivia away. A testament to the never-say-die attitude of this young superstar.
And he gets it from his dad. He gets it from his grandfather. Maivia knows nothing less than to give it his all. Helmsley has no control here.
Maivia keeps bringing the energy.
From the top.
The splash connects!
This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight. Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed. This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup. I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
Yeah, I had to play the game because my cousins was saying, "Oh, you should play our family history." This and that. I said, "Okay, bet."
Wrestling Dynasty.
He said, "You should play. You play as Rocky. You play as Sika. You play as Fatu. You play all of them." I said, "Bet." Okay. He said, "Do it now." He said, "That's our blood energy. Do it." I said, "Okay, bro."
And won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California.
Man, I like to have it in captions, bro. It's a, I don't know why.
Engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. Oh! When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
All the way up. Across the top rope. Stun gun.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
And drops the fist.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Man.
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way. Kick lands.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Right to the face.
My God.
Everything's going his way right now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the Animal out here.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker, but guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Maivia is reaching that other level.
Oh, man, right to the esophagus. Oh, Maivia just dominated the Animal with that one.
George is tied up here.
Ooh, man, backbreaker.
Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter Maivia?
Setting up again.
Backbreaker.
Realign your vertebrae. And George is laid out.
2. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 Draft Lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
Look at my cousin smile. I love her to death.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to... And there will be a coronation taking place tonight as Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria face off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia really.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
So ruthless. Leading her into the corner now.
Oh, gosh. She just busted her open.
I can't watch.
I have a feeling this is only the start.
Golly, Nia is just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing Lyra, showing no mercy. I think... It's a preview of what kind of queen Nia Jax would be.
The kind of queen that will happily send victims to the guillotine.
Alabama slam! There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted?
Samoan drop! Annihilating offense from Nia Jax.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Oh, she retaliates.
At last, Lyra keeping that string of offense in check.
The U-turn Valkyria needed in this match could have been that right there. Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all of the air out of Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor. right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. It became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life and said he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're forcing that.
Here we go. Whoa, look out.
That
was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time. Oh, spiked him. I am not exaggerating when I say careers have been ended by less.
Yeah, Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Stone Cold able to reverse that. Oh, Austin in a state of distress now.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
We talk so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I tell you, the most legit... motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather. Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And enters back into the ring. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? Rikishi is down. It could be... over. Somehow breaks the count immediately.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even one at this point?
Oh, what a right!
Man, that's some attitude. Oh, look out. It's on now. Bam!
So much pride, so much resiliency on display. Boom! Looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other, no matter what. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw him thin from the top,
all the way to the outside.
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
Driven into the barricade.
Oh, man.
And he has an answer for Rikishi.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
And now we're getting an up-close and personal view of this fight.
The rattlesnake's being picked apart.
You're not going to see
And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from a family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
Sent crashing into our desk.
Yeah, we might want to think about moving out of here. And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
Scooped up, here it comes, Rikishi!
Driver! Rikishi got all of it.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Now propped up in the corner. Caught him right in the jaw.
What a shot. Caught with a punch.
Oh, he had that scouted.
Sliding out of danger there.
And that was just as devastating as a sledgehammer to Austin's truck. Such thunderous impact.
Headbutt by Kishi.
Kishi getting his opponent in position.
Turn out the lights. The party is over. Rope shaker from Rikishi. Will that keep the rattlesnake down?
2. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided.
The challenger not take.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
As Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena. Watch out!
Good Lord, taking flight. That's going to be on highlight reels for a long time.
Incredible courage to even attempt that.
Boom! No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who has been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
Time for him to get back in the ring.
No one wants a count out here.
Bringing this back into the ring.
This one's heading to the outside.
Calculating the next move here. Running power slam! And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bloody. And it will come down to who wants it more.
A completely relentless attack from Umaga.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Legs caught.
Back and forth trading reversals. Delivered into the barricade.
Oh, right to the back. Vicious right forearm. Umaga proving to be a relentless super heavyweight, determined on becoming the WWE champion tonight.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't blast off.
Whoa, what a landing.
Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
You hit a move like that, you're not just trying to win, you're trying to keep your opponent down indefinitely.
And with the attacks Umaga has been delivering, you have to think about internal injuries mounting on Cena now. He'll make his way to the ring. He gets back in right before the count. Cuts the attack off. Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
Overwhelming offense now from Umaga.
Cena has to find a way to reassert himself. Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Clothesline.
Got him in the corner now.
Caught him right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
And I could look at Umaga, and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
What a headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed.
This'll do it. Umaga, Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal, us having a new champ.
The champ avoids a 3 count.
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly worthy. This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike.
The challenger clearing a path to the title.
New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. Two bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features two Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
We got 3-minute warning and the offers of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Bear hugs, and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold. From the middle rope. Just there it is. You can end it here. Just kicks out. Wow.
clubbing blow.
Coming back from the outside now. Oh! What the heck is this manager doing looking under the ring? He can't be acting like this.
All on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex. Talk about intimidation. Raw power. It could be lights out. Ridiculous power.
Is this one over? Is a tap out coming?
Might have to tap or
Gotta break the grip. Quickly, desperately, by any means necessary. It does. He's got the table, and I can only imagine what he's thinking of doing with it.
Oh, here we go. Headbutt to the gut. He's definitely been worn down a little.
You know exactly what you're getting into when you sign up for this kind of match. Vicious uppercut. That'll divert any... attack.
Ooh. Heading up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, my God. To the sky. Ooh.
and coming down with incredible force. Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
Rosie and Jamal will tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will got the cover. This might be the end. Unbelievable impact. His body in ruins. The table just obliterated.
Akam avoids the attacks. Now he'll set up in the corner of the ring.
Uh-oh. This could be the end of the night for Rosie. He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
I was not expecting that from him at this point.
Has an answer for Akam.
Ouch. That's one way to get your opponent out of the corner. Boom. Stiff kick.
Great athleticism.
Oh, my goodness. What an impactful STO.
Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a work tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating...
Nice scoop roll up for the win. And a kick out right away.
I'm having a hard time believing that one.
No clue what he hopes to find down there.
Pump handle locked in.
Valley driver.
AOP might have just passed their final testament. How'd he do that?
That was the best weapon in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough to produce an end result.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams. He wants it one more time. Whoa, this could be it. He can win it all here.
A defiant kick out after 1.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Rosie lining him up from the top turnbuckle. Manages to reverse it. Caught an elbow in the gut for that effort.
This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
3-minute warning and AOP just keep upping the ante on each other. Up high.
Diving hammer strike.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Oh, my goodness.
From the top. Through the air.
It connects. He's absorbing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, but no one has ever won an Extreme Rules match by playing it safe. From the top.
What? That'll rearrange the spine.
messing around.
Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
Here we go, cleaning up the announce table.
We know what's coming next.
This match is getting more chaotic by the second.
Someone hold the roof down, because I think it's coming off the hinges.
An atmosphere.
Rosie shutting the door right now.
I guess he doesn't think he's done enough damage to put this one away yet.
And he heads back into the ring. And some effective offense with that one. Stiff hit.
This could be it.
They could end it right here.
He keeps his partner alive.
Good golly, Miss Mo.
Samoan drop. Through the table.
Goodness gracious, destruction everywhere. Are we about to see it again?
Down with force.
Did Rosie just put an end to this?
Covers, wasting no time.
This could be it.
Off the leg.
This could be the end of the night for Rosie. Cover, quick shoulder up.
You are not alone in your shock, Cole. We all thought. Up across the shoulder. The WWE, the cover for the win.
Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk
Mella.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase. Ouch.
By the hair, whipped across the ring.
Hey, right? No safe haven in this match.
Wait, is she? Yep, looking for the submission. Fujiwara armbar. They didn't come here to play.
Trying to fight out of this submission.
Fujiwara, nice way to get out. Sharp clothesline.
Tamina landed heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Unloading.
Each of those boots seem to get heavier with each blow. We should probably, we should probably go. Power slam.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight.
You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
And gets sent right into the corner. On the reversal by Becky Lynch. Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them.
Kicks right to the midsection. Opponent dropped in the corner and unloading.
And if the first off doesn't send you the message, the follow-up ones definitely will. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Slap, too. Just never had a chance to block any of those.
She turns it around with the reversal.
Charlotte's just rubbing it in now.
And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there. She's starting to struggle here.
If this keeps up, climbing that ladder is going to be very difficult. Oh, man.
Hands on, but can't quite grab it.
Lynch has a hold of the briefcase.
Might be Becky's best chance right here. And she's taking a climb on this ladder, putting up a fight. Those superstars on the ladder, and the fists are still flying.
Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking. Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Driving Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? Oh, man, meeting the barricade.
She's looking winded now.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
What's she looking?
Becky Lynch. Once she gets going with that kendo stick, this match could be over real fast.
Oh, right to the throat.
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veterans won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Caught that.
And Carmella with a super kick. Becky's hope to reclaim her women's championship is looking a whole lot bleaker now.
Big plans for that ladder here.
Yeah, hazardous plans. I'm sure of it.
She's leaning the ladder in the corner. I've never seen anything good come out of this.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank? Power slam.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but needs to move quickly. She's stretching, but can she get a grip?
Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
Super kick. Ouch.
Oh, my gosh, what impact.
At this stage, the damage is really mounted.
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. Victory is within reach now.
Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it.
Big opportunity for Carmella. Can she pull it down?
This has got to be it.
Victory is inevitable. Nice neck breaker.
Looking to take it to the air now.
Side Russian leg sweep takedown.
And she re-enters the ring.
Oh,
Natalya looks like she's down and out.
Yeah, she's really in trouble now. I don't know if she can turn it around.
And she's reeling now.
It's time to catch that second, maybe even third win.
Face buster. And now positioning the ladder on the turnbuckles.
That just made that corner even more dangerous territory.
I can't see this fight going much deeper.
I think we can consider this the beginning of the end, gentlemen.
Punishing.
She's headed outside now.
I wonder what her game plan is. And Carmella is clearly looking for a fight here. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? Victory is literally within her reach here.
It's just a matter of time now. No room for error on top of the ladder.
Oh, this could be the beginning of the end, Michael.
Elbow will break down. Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Decides to leave the confines of the ring.
Turns it around. Sole of foot meets the stomach.
Oh, God. And Mella now finding herself on the wrong side of momentum.
Mella needs to rethink her strategy now.
Now bringing the fight back into the ring.
Ooh, big forearm.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside.
That's gotta hurt.
And that holds Becky back. Oh, right to the throat. Ladder's dead center and ready to go, guys. Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but needs to move.
Oh, this is Natalya's wheelhouse.
The Hart family legacy lives on.
Tamina has it.
Fingertips away from winning the cup. That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
This has to feel so validating for Tamina. She came in tonight with her family in mind, and they must be proud of her now.
Tamina has a legacy to live up to, and becoming the first ever Ms. Money in the Bank only honors the rich family name.
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jay his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jay ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any two of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
Here we go, gentlemen.
The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in quick pin. Championship on the line. The champ kicks out easily.
Just not enough damage done yet, Cole.
many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who, of course, Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of the elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Staggering back up, maybe to a foregone.
Trying to put this thing away. Shoulders down, roll up.
Gets his shoulder up right before 2.
Definitely looks in a hurry to finish things.
And now headed to the outside. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the 2 best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are 2 very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
Into the ring again now. New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day from the top. Elbow drop.
Shows you how committed this competitor is to winning the title.
And he stops the count. Man. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
Taking out the knee.
Oh, man.
That'll destroy your ligaments.
Man. Oh, man. Right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Double leg takedown. We're going to stack them up here.
Shoulders pinned.
Instantly, he has his shoulders up.
Shrugging off the pin like it's nothing, and after this match is already gone for so long.
Drops the hammer right on the lower back. Devastating elbow. Vicious right forearm.
A quick reversal by Jay.
Ooh, right across the solar plexus. Jay letting his opponent know who's in charge.
So many amazing matches between these 2 teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these 2 teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
And he re-enters into the ring. Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell. And Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want. Punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed. The champ goes for the cover. Shoulders up before two.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This is the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs. And just look out. Up they go. Oh, atomic drop. Ooh. Hammerlock.
Hammerlock DDT. Just devastating.
Oh, man, this could really come back to bite him in the end. Big forearm.
Oh, look at the power. Military press knees to the midsection. Cover for the championship. The count was stopped before it started.
We're well into the mat. Now it's sitting still, and this could be it.
Crashing the champs down. This one's for everything.
That's smart. Taking the one to catch your breath.
And the action has shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Ooh. Here we go. Here's the pin. Title could be decided. He breaks the ref's count before two.
He's still got life in this matchup.
Here we go. Jimmy going up high. Bang!
Oh, top rope. This is what you do when you're looking to do more than win a match. Champ's in trouble.
And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Here are your winners, and the new SmackDown.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing.
For the first time ever, we have a women. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Oh. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't. Oh, diving leg drop.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match.
Ow. Oof. Momentum. It's really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to taking flight.
Whoa, what a landing.
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship.
And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Bayley combats out of that.
Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in. In the corner now. She doesn't want to stay there.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle. Deep, deep trouble here.
Look out.
Slice shot right across the back of the neck.
Ouch. Perched up top.
Brace for this impact.
Like a guillotine.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi can't be stopped right now. Big offense could be coming here.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the? I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurt.
Naomi, feel the glow. There it is.
It is.
Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Kicks out before one.
Incredible power to kick out at just one.
And an answer from her.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
And into the cover. No, we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the...
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no Dynasty. While
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality. Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Afa and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Taken down with a body slam. Down to opponent
and a double axe handle smash.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Big forearm.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Afa and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer?
On the top, targeting the throat there. Oh, gosh, that looked like a bad landing. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad? Keep your voice down. This maniac's out of control. That's a sadistic individual. You can sever an artery or suffer nerve damage after something like that.
Or at least need a tetanus shot.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
A powerbomb's not meant to be pretty, but oh man, does it get the job done.
Yeah, pretty sure they don't want to be taken.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, taking on Diva and Bubba Ray Dudley. the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Flying! Whoa, look out! You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Looking at right out, Steph. Things are about to turn disastrous. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
Well, this is the Dudleys' wheelhouse. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters. Oh, a headbutt right to the shoulder.
That's using your noggin.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Up high.
Good Lord, taking flight. The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
And now gets tossed into the ring. And he slides him back to the mat. Sharp punch. Boom, great anticipation. Up top. Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
Oh, weakening the leg here.
He's setting this table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. Nothing fancy here. Backbreaker and backbreaker. He's looking fairly drained. I think watching through the air. It connects.
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races.
Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wesley to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face to face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status, though.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trip Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment
Placement on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo
not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Oh, he saw it coming.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-champ.
We saw Solo Sikoa join the bloodline just 10 days ago with this bomb.
Thinking about a submission here, guys.
Boston Crab, the legendary. He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
Carmelo is losing his grasp for this match now.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too.
Sent into the corner.
Caught by the back of the elbow. Carmelo's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
Hayes was being tested and was finally able to get some offense of his own in.
Great flurry of offense from Solo.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Big back body drop.
You see the height on that?
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Sikoa just absolutely laid waste to...
Capitalizing on Sikoa's mistake. That turns it around for Solo.
Winding up.
Samoan spike.
The challenger comes up.
Going for the pin.
Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner,
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore.
It's been interesting watching. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the Bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Put in the corner now.
So to the stomach.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all of that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Getting to his feet, but he doesn't know what's waiting. Oh, clothesline stops that move in its tracks.
Reigns unleashes the Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother. Oklahoma slam. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game. Ooh! Ooh!
Incoming!
Oh, man, that was nasty.
They weren't that good looking anyway. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium live event match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist to the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. Lifted and completely helpless here. All the way down. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair
Sky high. Oh, man, he landed rough there.
This might be it.
Strong kick out from the resilient champion.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
What a display of strength here.
All the way down. I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay. And Reigns unleashed absolutely everything he had on Rollins there.
Placed him in the corner here. Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet. That is the spear. The champ is in control.
Oh, did you just see a tooth fly out? Reigns is wasting no motion.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days. No escape from these punches.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table set? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Power like that is what makes our champion so intimidating.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging flying, evades the attack.
Oh, working on the arm. Oh, getting back into the ring now. Headed out of the ring, but the counter's looming.
Gets put into the barricade.
Oh, complete deadlift. This is incredible. Gut-wrench suplex.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling.
Reigns sizing up the target.
He answers right back. His arm showed up the mat before one.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hoisted up. Big power slam.
Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
And you can see...
Oh, and Rollins! Here comes Seth! Sling blade!
Rollins in complete control.
Suplex!
Launched. Oh! I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns' old Shield brother now. And the core taking on some damage. Spiked with a Uranagi.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the tribe.
Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that...
Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up.
Spear! Chance to retain here. The champ might have put this one to bed. Superman punch from Reigns. The unmitigated power of Roman Reigns in full effect.
Getting him right into the... Reigns delivers a Superman punch. Not done yet.
And a spear.
The champ taking care of business.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. What grace! Float over to the DDT! 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Ooh. He just got sent flying into the opposite ring. Using the elbow as a weapon.
Ooh, caught him with that kick.
Narrowly escaping there.
And a well-executed move we just saw there. Oh. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games. Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Flashback! Forearms for the second row.
Driving down.
Ah, look at this. Just cranking it out. Cranking the head. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he...
Will Jay take advantage?
Super kick. Nope. Fisherman suplex.
Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer.
Tonga Loa being neutralized there.
Zayn capitalized on that opening when it appeared.
Soaring. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still oosing? I think he is, Corey.
Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being. Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Hey guys, this is what War Games is all about.
Top rope. Uso with the Uso splash.
Jay concealed.
Nasty boot by Zayn. Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
As rough a landing as there can be, thrown right on top of the metal. Oh!
And just unloading that stop sign. Jacob Fatu cuts him off. Super kick! I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight,
watch out! Diving forearm smash!
Jay looking a little less than made of that after that one.
Yeah, Tama had him well measured.
The WWE Universe standing at attention, completely entranced by this matchup now.
Can't miss action taking place in front of them. Nobody wants to blink. They do not want to miss a second of the action at this point.
That'll be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forget.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And now Jimmy Uso.
Oh, Sami Zayn setting up Uso. Uso.
Jay nailed all of it. No ifs about it. That's going to do it.
And with every additional hit to the head, you wonder if Jimmy leaves an opening.
DDT. Does Jimmy have any fun left?
It's about to be an uphill battle for one team once this clock hits zero. From the middle rope. Splash.
And the tribal chief is now
Setting up again.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality. Got him right where he wants him. Sky high.
Just like that, Tonga Loa gets stopped.
Slap. What impact. Vicious kick to the cranium of their opponent.
Words that off. What a response.
Oh, no. Look what we have. Uso.
And it's Jay. He fails to connect.
What a spectacular misfire.
That is why we say don't try this at home, viewers, because of terrible miscalculations like that.
Setting up for something here. Clock counting down, a sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters. He finds himself in some territory he does not want to be in.
There's some power behind that punch. And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
stomach to the gut. Looking out of the ring for meanwhile, we have Sami Zayn.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Placed him in the corner.
The exploded suplex.
Searching out of the ring, thinking something there can give their team a boost. We've seen it before. Jay in position.
Will Jimmy seal this up?
And we see Zayn.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here. Boom, will finish it off.
To the midsection. Rear super kick. Nasty. Jimmy on his way to the top rope.
Top rope.
Splash.
Will Jimmy seal this up?
Perfect kick. And Sikoa's bad move could only turn worse after that.
Roman just solidifying his position at the top with that kind of offense.
Ouch.
Getting set up in the corner now.
Rearing way back.
Uso.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Jey nailed all of it. From the top.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex. Big shot block. Gotta stop me in your tracks.
That hurt. Sikoa gets out of guard. Uso.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Oof. And over to the other room. With the fancy hand.
Count him into a new cover. And Team Roman wins War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen. Unbelievable. Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's...
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan
The Islanders and Street Profits facing off here in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Two teams that mix high flying and hard hits with ease. This is going to be exciting.
The Islanders move at such speeds that you can't take your eyes off them for a second. The Street Profits have got to be at their best if they hope for a win tonight.
You can tell that Haku and Tama want to end the party for Dawkins and Ford. Luckily, they have the biggest party pooper in WWE in their corner in the form of the Weasel, Bobby Heenan.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set, should he look solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up, so you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars.
2 out of 3 falls matches are a unique test. Corey, break it down for us. What's going through the Profits' minds here?
Well, Tez and Dawkins cannot allow themselves to get frustrated, because if you lose your cool, you lose your focus, and you start to make mistakes.
There's a little more room for error in a multi-fall match, but not much when the competition level is this high.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with the stipulation.
Yeah, well, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match.
Haku with the and would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now. One hand.
Haku is picking the opposition apart.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
And he turned it around.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about it.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. And he makes the tag.
Watch out, coming in hot. Down in a hurry.
Oh, man.
Boom, what impact.
And he gets directed into the corner.
Stomping away at
just ruthless. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Consecutive attacks keeping Dawkins off his game.
The Islanders straight up from the heavens.
Big body splash from the top.
And does he want it once more?
Take him. Piercing elbow. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy. To the sky.
Flash. This is more than reckless abandon. This is showing a lack of all fear. We thought it was going to be the Street Profits.
Look out.
Right on the mark.
The Profits are down and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
Ooh. The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos. Every person with bloodline affiliation has been a real problem for the Profits. Let's see if their fortunes change against the Islanders.
Great sequence of offense from Haku.
Yeah, Dawkins needs to find a way to right the ship here.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Here it comes. Big time impact.
This match has to be close to an end.
But I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel, though.
Ooh, kick to the face. Ooh.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight.
Blast off!
Diving brain chop.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not from way up. Double axe handle connects.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Here we go again.
Headbutt lands, and the Islanders just sent the Profits up in smoke.
2 count. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any era.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawai, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills, and earned a spot as an honorary Uce, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE Universe as the Tribal Chief. Is Roman Reigns still your Tribal Chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone, or is it TK?
History being... It feels like it all has led up to this. A chance to place yourself at the head of the table. The proving ground is right here, right now.
It will be a gauntlet containing a member from every branch of the Bloodline family tree. The odds are almost insurmountable.
The road is treacherous, but surviving it will bring you immortality.
And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match is the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place, wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition.
Rocket kick!
Oh.
And security finds its mark.
And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taken them all on.
Many gauntlet matches have happened in WWE, but with this one being all bloodline, is there anything special a combatant should consider?
Well, everyone in the family is physical, but this battle will only be won with a clear mind. A focus on the opponent in front of you instead of the next one through the curtain is paramount. If you're thinking about who's next, you'll lose to who's in front of you now.
And what a reversal from Jey Uso.
Uso splash. Will Jay take advantage?
Just a continuous rush on Yokozuna here.
A fully focused Jey Uso right here.
Elbow drop. Oh my God, a DDT! Spiked him. DDT plants them.
Letting his opponent out of the pin.
Yeah, gotta wonder what he's thinking. A quick response to Jay's offense. Now the superstar giving an edge here. Boom.
Back and forth. Neither one giving up any ground.
Slugging away with everything they've got. Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Who will break first? That is the question.
No idea how he's even able to continue in this.
Looks like we got ourselves a hockey fight.
Oh, getting the better of that exchange. Uppercut.
Yikes, that'll either wait you up or knock you out.
A consistent attack here from Jay.
Yokozuna keeps from the top.
Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me? Some good contact by Jey Uso.
On point.
More attacks landing above the neck.
Things have to be getting a little fuzzy here. Drives a foot into the stomach.
Top rope. Uso splash. Yokozuna got caught with all of it. Top rope.
Uso with the Uso splash. Will Jay end this?
Oh, he kicked out.
Getting Yokozuna down is hard enough, and keeping him down is going to be a monstrous task.
And Jay threw everything he had at his opponent. You got to wonder what else he's got to do to put him away. Counter right when it was needed.
Kick to the gut.
Dragged around into a neck breaker.
Yokozuna looking powerless to every attack.
Yeah, Uso is firing on all cylinders. Oh, stop to the tummy.
Tummy?
Does he get him here? And that's the end of this gauntlet for Yokozuna.
Here we go. This is how you do a gauntlet match. One down, more to go. And now it's Samu entering the gauntlet.
What a damaging blow. And let's not lose the reason for this match, the right, no, the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you can survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already intimidated thinking about the Ulafala adorned around this superstar's shoulders.
Jay has become relentless.
Samu has to trust his instincts at this point. Oh, ouch.
Elbow drop. He's starting to feel the results of this pounding.
Oh, stinging kick.
My God. DDT! Spiked him. Super kick!
And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
Top rope. Uso splash.
Rosie in a bit of danger.
Uso is determined right now.
Insecurity.
Caught with the double axe handle. Bang! He finds a counter.
Rosie reversing the momentum there.
Now able to stop things, but will he gain command?
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. Intercepted by Rosie. And Rosie gets warded off. An impressive sequence from Jay.
Tough spot for Rosie. Connecting with a sharp elbow.
And Rosie's able to be tamed at the moment.
And avoids taking any damage.
Oh, kick in the gut.
Super kick finds the mark.
Right down with a DDT. Two. Rosie's winning here. From this gauntlet match.
Plenty of superstars waiting to take their turn. Lots of match left to go. This gauntlet just got more interesting with the arrival of Jamal. Oh, the official got too close to danger there.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be conquered.
And think about the bragging rights. If you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling, you will automatically be considered the toughest badass walking this earth.
The WWE Universe are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see which way this ends.
Every movement, every attack could be the pivotal point in this match. Oof. Despite his toughness, Jamal actually looked pretty bothered by that one.
Attacks like that one will continue to get Jay his respect.
Super kick! Good night. Bang! Crucial counter there.
Answer after answer for each other's offense.
Jamal is getting picked apart right now.
Uso is determined right now.
Kick to the back. He's been dealt a good deal of damage.
Jamal keeps him at bay.
Continuous counters. These superstars looking locked in.
Spike them. Oh. Devastating kick. Elbow drop. Oh. Double axe handle smash.
Kick to the abdomen.
Follow through with the uppercut.
The body's limits are being reached here.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary plays.
Boom! Good defense from him. Shoulders down. Kicks out.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down? Top rope.
Splash!
Will Jay take advantage?
Two. And so Jamal is through in this gauntlet match.
This one's just getting underway as we still have 5 more entries. Here's Jimmy entering the fray in this gauntlet match.
Uncorked the clothesline to deny that maneuver.
Smothering offense now from Jey Uso.
Jimmy here in a disheartening position.
Kick right to the gut.
Kick and an uppercut. Stomping down. Tearing down the leg now. Jimmy Uso getting worked on right now.
Yeah, Jay has all the wheels turned on the top.
Oh, he paid for that high risk.
Big forearm.
Listen to this place.
Piercing the throat. Lift off. Elbow drop. Good Lord.
Suplex. Here it comes.
Nicely done. He's starting to look battered.
Punch to the stomach and stop in their tracks.
Straight impact on the throat. All the momentum has swung to Jey Uso. From the top.
Piercing elbow.
Uso.
Uso splash. Does Jimmy have any fight left?
And that's it. Jimmy Uso is gone. His time in this gauntlet match is over.
We still got a lot ahead of us with 4 more entrants on the list. Gauntlet time for Rocky Maivia. Here we go.
Oh, my God. A DDT! Spiked him. Rocky isn't being given any room to recover.
Yeah, Bruce is firing on all cylinders.
Of course, an uppercut. Down by the DDT. You have to admit, that was a smart bit of offense, cutting their opponent down to size like that. Rocky beats him to the punch.
He finally creates some more offense for himself.
Rocky could be turning his fortunes around.
Spine buster. A consistent attack here from Jey.
Maivia's getting exposed.
Oh my God, a DDT! Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Super kick! Climbing up those ropes now.
Uso.
Uso splash by Jey.
Jey can seal it here.
Yes, Rocky Maivia has been eliminated. Time to hit the showers.
Yeah, but we still have 3 more entrants in the wings.
Here we go with Rikishi next into the gauntlet.
And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of the Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
Things now not going well for Rikishi.
A fully focused Jey Uso right here and targeting the leg there. That's going to keep you unsteady. The bigger you are, the more weight your knee has to support.
That just knocked him a bit off balance.
That is the meaner, more aggressive Jey Uso coming out to play. Follow through with the uppercut.
He finds a counter for Jey.
And that might be the momentum swing Rikishi needed. Yeah, Rikishi's survival instincts are taking over. Middle rope forearm on point.
Smothering offense now from Jey Uso.
Yeah, Rikishi needs to reassess his strategy.
I can hardly hear myself think. They're bringing the house down tonight. This is unbelievable. His body is showing the effects of this match.
Top rope. Will Rikishi get back up?
Rikishi coming up short in this gauntlet match.
come.
Next into the gauntlet, we've got the one and only Tonga Loa.
Oh my God, a DDT! Spiked them. And as we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. We're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers.
Finally, Tonga Loa is able to interrupt these attacks for a moment.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Tonga Loa.
Tonga Loa is waning a bit right now.
Yeah, Oos is firing on all cylinders.
DDT! Spiked them. His stamina is getting tested here.
More action like that might allow Jay to get the job done. Oh, man.
Oh my God, DDT! Tonga Loa has taken a lot of damage on his face, and it's showing now. Implanted by the DDT. Oh man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
He's in a bit of agony now.
Got out of the way that time. And it's again that finds its mark.
Super kick! Look at Jey Uso going top rope.
Uso splash.
Jay nailed all of it.
There's two. Amazing!
I don't know how he just kicked out, and I'll tell you what, I don't really think he knows either.
Main event, Jey Uso with a close call right there. He definitely thought he had that one in the bag. Right into a counter. An impressive sequence from Jey.
Any attempts of offense from Tonga Loa are being sapped.
Going to the top rope. What's his plan? From the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord. Cover. 2 count. There it is. Tonga Loa is out of this match.
Here they come, the last entry in this gauntlet match.
Peter Maivia looking to make a statement in this gauntlet match.
With a lariat. One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Maivia isn't being given a chance to breathe.
Yeah, Jay has all the wheels turning now.
Boom! Kick and uppercut. A Samoan drop. And Peter Maivia was a step behind there. What a shot!
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
Oh, strong impact. Jay is imposing his will.
Peter Maivia's cage might be a bit rattled.
He's really feeling all the damage he's taken up till now. Ah, jeez. His body has to be racked with pain. Drop kick to the face. Heading to the top now.
Top rope.
Uso splash.
That has Peter Maivia locked.
He kicks out somehow.
No telling how much surviving that will cost, though. I don't know how someone kicks out. Uso
Splash. Jay nailed all of it.
What a win for Jey Uso.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief, Jey Uso! Here are your winners, Chris Brown, Jey Uso, and AJ Lee. Here are your winners, Chris Brown, Jey Uso, and AJ Lee. Here are your winners, Chris Brown, Jey Uso, and AJ. Here are your winners, Chris Brown, Jey Uso, and here are your winners, Chris Brown and Jey Uso. Here are your winners, Chris Brown and Jey. Here is your winner, Chris Brown. Here is your winner, Chris Brown.
The punishment has arrived.
And Priest is more than happy to utilize brute force to get what he wants.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
The size of Damian Priest, his intensity, he is easily one of the most imposing superstars.
Oh!
What the heck is he doing?
Come on, clearly not ready yet.
This is WWE, Cole. You always have to be ready for anything, anytime.
And the referee for this match is motioning to the superstars, saying they need to get into the ring.
Yeah, trying to steer this chaos where it belongs.
Cole, what's the strategy here facing Damian Priest? What's the best way to bring punishment?
This is one of those situations where playing the smarter, more cerebral game is key. You don't want to rush in head first against a destroyer like Priest. Bide your time, maybe a little rope-a-dope, then strike when the moment's perfect. Chances are Priest won't see it coming.
Destructive use of the knee. Ooh.
Up in the fireman's carry.
Sidewalk slam. These attacks are starting to impact him.
Super kick!
And Priest is brought to a disadvantage now.
This looks like the setup to
Samoa drop.
Did that finish Priest off?
The competitive spirit is alive and well in this one.
Yeah, I think these superstars are actually fairly eager to test themselves against one another.
That means they recognize each other as being legitimate threats to their own ambitions.
Axe from the top. He wants to go to
Take off.
splash. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. No, he gets the shoulder up.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
He's bringing his A game at the moment.
Yeah, now Priest has to fight against the momentum against him.
Super kick.
Spear! Going for the win, not letting up.
And finally, he picks up the victory.
Our crowd has her.
And he's letting everyone know what happens when you dare interrupt him.
Oh, come on.
WWE superstars live on the edge every time they step in the ring, but in a no disqualification match, they find themselves even closer to that edge.
You're right, Corey. Anything goes here, so these superstars have to be ready to play defense against any weapons the opposition might use.
If history is any guide, this match will just get more chaotic and brutal as the minutes go by. The superstars feel each other out a bit, weather some storms, and then do everything in their power to get the pinfall or submission.
Heading to ringside now. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Oh, man, he grabbed the kendo stick. Everyone needs to watch out now. Kendo stick to the skull.
A no DQ stipulation means you have to throw your regular playbook out the window. It's not going to save you here. It's time to get extreme.
You make a good point, Corey. Everyday offense just isn't going to cut it in this kind of match.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent.